company came about in 2020 and we created it, as you said, Paula and I. It was during confinement, thanks to all the free time we had to think, to look for suppliers, to think about the whole strategy that would surround Fit Planet. The truth is that the confinement was an opportunity, wasn't it? Because that's when we had the most time to dedicate to develop the project. And although we developed it in the confinement, in the end the project comes from much earlier, because as children we have always been involved in nature, both Paula and I. We have seen how it has been degrading, and we didn't want it to get worse and worse, but we wanted to do our bit so that it would stop and start doing something to do good for the planet and the environment. And so, that was the motivation, and the confinement was the time we had to develop it, and in the end, in October 2020, we launched Fit Planet. What we wanted to do was to change the textile industry sector, because I don't know if you know that currently it is the second most polluting industry in the whole planet. And we wanted, first of all, to make this industry much less polluting. So to make it much less polluting, we had to work with raw materials that were made with 100% recycled materials. So we were looking at how to make sportswear in the most sustainable way, and what we found was that the best way was to do it through PET bottles that were abandoned in the environment. We don't just use plastic bottles, but also fishing nets that were abandoned in the sea. And the fishing net, with a very similar process, becomes recycled nylon, with which we also make swimwear. In the end, all this is upcycling, because upcycling means to recycle something and turn it into a different product with more value. This is upcycling. The difference between recycling and upcycling is that recycling is throwing the plastic bottle in a rubbish bin so that it becomes a plastic bottle again. That is recycling, when you get the same product. And upcycling is when you take advantage of a waste that has no value to make a product of another use and with more value. That is 100% what we do at Fit Planet. Plastic bottles that were abandoned in the environment that nobody was going to use, and that were damaging the marine biodiversity of the entire planet. Fishing nets that are floating in the sea that nobody is going to use and that are trapping animals, and we upcycle them to turn them into high-quality sportswear. When you stop using our clothes, because one day you will. We make them to last for many years, but one day they will get stained, they will break, you will stop using them because you don't like them. Whatever. When that happens, we have two options. Either you send the clothes to our warehouse so that we can recycle them again, or you can make them at home. You can turn them into other products with some workshops that we have on the website, which are step-by-step workshops so that you can turn a legging into a shopping bag, a legging into a yoga cushion, a top into a scrunchie or a face mask. Then, if you are handy and you like it, you can go to our website, go to Upcycling Workshops, and the clothes. The clothes you have bought, you can turn them into another product at home, and if you are not handy, you can send them to us and we'll take care of it. I think that a good idea for upcycling. Upcycling for me is a kind of art, because you can upcycle literally anything.